Hi, it's John Flynn with Copley Advertising, and I want you to remember that it's geofencing and not geostrangulation. Okay, everybody. Mobile's incredibly targeted. That's why one of the reasons we love mobile. Okay, mobile can drill down a lat long. That's incredible. I can hit a dot in the floor. The problem is, if I hit a dot in the floor, not many people pass that dot. Kind of defeats the purpose of advertising, don't you think? It's great to say I could hit the dot in the floor, but in the sense of nobody's goes by that dot and doesn't see your ad, that's probably bad. That's why we get a little weird about geofencing sometimes with clients, and it's a little bit to explain, and it gets a little frustrating for me, but most things do. But I think it's to understand that the geofencing is a tool. So we do lat long. Let's say we do a retail store. Okay, we have to go out at least a half mile from the store if you really want to hit that store. I mean, if you're doing sphere of influence and everything for customers to go into that store, you have to go 3-4 miles. But if you just want to hit that point, that point of that location, we have to go out a half mile. You have to do that. It just makes the system breathe a little. I mean, people come in from the parking lot. It's the system's exact, but it'll default to being narrow and not default to being wide. So if you put too small of a target, the system will go down to just lat long. I mean, if you put in 0.1 kilometers, it's gonna default to just a lat long. I mean, so what's driving this is well, we don't want to have any waste. Dude, you've been buying billboards for years. $50,000 on 93 in Brookline. $50K a month. You worried about waste with geo-targeting and geofencing? Come on. I understand. I know, it's a concept. It's really hard. I mean, people are just we really want to home into our demographic. You will, because there's other filters that go through this. I mean, we go through the retargeting IDs, we go through the impression IDs. We optimize the campaign. So yes, as everything time goes on, the first month trial of the campaign, we're gonna get out a lot of the waste based on click rate. So I mean, again, too, if you're a half mile away and you're clicking at a 0.8, who cares? I mean, you must be a fan somehow. So we got you. So we got your ID and coming and going, retargeting an impression, and that's great. So, and I think this is a normal progression, and to understand geofencing, I think obviously there's with any advertising, there's a group of people out there who are they're people who bake bread during the day and sell geofencing at night. It's but that comes with the game. These people will be whittled out after a while. So just remember, when you geofence, it's okay to give it a little breath. In fact, it's better for the system. And then if we're doing 50 locations, I mean, we could, I get down to the top 10 locations in a fairly rapid pace, and then we could, focus on that. So remember, it's geofencing. Give it a little breath. Give it a little time. Let it grow. Pretend it's a plant.